Alright guys, welcome to the results show for week 2 of the NCAA Pick'em. Let's get straight to the games. First game of the weekend was NC State taking on ECU. ECU won that game yesterday 33-30, and with NC State being favored by 5.5 points, they did not cover the spread. Brett and I picked NC State, we got that wrong. Meanwhile, Tyler picked ECU, so he got that game correct. Next game of the weekend was Penn State taking on Pitt. Pitt did win that game 42-39. Although they were favored by 5 points, so they did not cover the spread. Brett and myself both picked Penn State, meanwhile Tyler picked Pitt, so we're now even 1-1. Third game of the weekend was Wake Forest traveling to take on rival Duke. Duke was favored by 5 points and they lost 24-14, so they did not cover the spread. Myself and Tyler both picked Duke, so we're down a game there. Meanwhile, Brett did pick Wake Forest and got it right. After that, a battle of SEC teams as South Carolina traveled to take on Mississippi State. Mississippi State wins that game 27-14, and they're favored by 7 points and easily cover the spread. Myself and Brett both picked Mississippi State, getting that one right. Tyler, third game in a row he got wrong with South Carolina. Another SEC team, Arkansas, traveled to face TCU. Arkansas pulls it out in overtime 41-38, and TCU, favored by 7.5 points, definitely did not cover the spread. Brett and myself again picked Arkansas. Meanwhile, Tyler picked TCU. After that, in the Battle of Utah, BYU faced Utah Utes. Utah pulls it out 20-19, although they were favored by 3.5 and were not able to cover that spread. Myself and Tyler both picked Utah and got it wrong, but Brett picked BYU and got another game right. It's 5 in a row that were right for Brett. In the seventh game of the weekend, North Carolina traveled to face Illinois. North Carolina won 48-23 and easily covered the 7.5 point spread. Myself and Tyler both picked North Carolina to get a game back towards Brett, while he picked Illinois. In the big game at Bristol Motor Speedway on Saturday night, Virginia Tech completely laid an egg. Tennessee won 45-24, easily covering the 11-point spread. I definitely got that game wrong, as I thought they would at least be close. Meanwhile, Brett and Tyler did pick Tennessee and got it right. Later that night, Texas Tech and Arizona played the no-defense game. Arizona State winning that game 68-55 to cover the 2.5 point spread. Brett and myself picking Arizona State, while Tyler picked Texas Tech in that game. And then in the late game of the night, Cal traveled to San Diego State. San Diego State wins that game 45-40, but do not cover the 7-point spread. Therefore, all three of us picking Cal was correct. So week 2 was definitely a lot better week for me and Brett. I was 7-3. Brett was 8-2. A very good week for him to make up for last week. But Tyler had a rough week, going 4-6. After week 2, I'm in the lead with a 12-7-1 record. Brett has moved into second place, 11-8-1, and Tyler has dropped from a tie for first down to third with a 9-10-1 record. Still within 3 games, all three of us, so it's very tight. It could easily change next week. So until then, I'll see you guys later.